Hello everybody, I'm back to answer subscriber questions, and I got 3 really good questions. First one was from Angels and Demons 777, thank you for your question. And the question was, why does my content not reach a big forum? Really good question, because it brings me to the answers to a lot of things. This little sordid place that I live in is a dam dwellers little town that was supposed to be torn down and discarded off the minute the work was done. But now that I'm learning what I'm learning and seeing what I'm seeing, I understand a lot. And if you mess with the big boys around here, you get squashed. And I won't go into details, but I certainly learnt that through experience. And we all know that YouTube and Facebook and all the main forums for getting lies, like on Television, that cracked me up when David said that, Television. That was all bringing us false news, so anyone who puts out a bit of truth, YouTube can censor it, and I believe fully that's what they've done. Thanks for the question, that was great. The next question was David Yates. I've got so much time for David, he's awesome, he's a real soldier, and I've got the utmost respect for him. He said, why do you see what others can't see? Now, a year ago I couldn't have answered that question, but I can now. I always have. From a kid, I used to wonder why other people didn't talk about it. I had one friend in particular, and when I went to her house, it was mandatory that every night if I needed to go to the toilet, I was going to be walking through what I'd call ghosts at the time, down their hallway to get to the toilet. And I just thought, oh, well, it's part of life, you don't know any different. But in the last year has been the biggest journey in my life, and I know why God, because God gives and he takes away, and I had to reach a certain low to be able to take on what is now becoming more and more clear to me. And a year ago I couldn't have confronted what I'm confronting without fear. So the work that needed to be done on me was a huge big leap in faith. I took that leap in faith, and I didn't lose any faith. I knew that it would become clear in time why what happened to me this time last year happened, but it certainly put me on my arse. And slowly I'm climbing back up, but through God. He's really awesome, and it is clear to me now why I had to reach that low. And it's certainly, well, God has a plan, and he knows from the day you're born, from before birth. He knew that he was going to be able to set me upon this calling. And yeah, that's what's happened there. Oh, I'm running out of room. Last but definitely not least, I got a question from Vale Break. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe. Very worth it. Very, very good channel. And she draws around the shapes and things, which makes it even better because you can see exactly what she's showing you. Thanks for your question. Your question was, now I've got to remember. Oh yeah. So have these aerials always been there? Yes, they definitely have. A while back I watched some old footage that Chris put together, and he showed us aerials causing havoc way back in the black and white filming days. They've definitely always been there. They've definitely undergone for a very long time all the big disasters. They've undertaken them. But lately, being the days that we're in perilous times. We're definitely in perilous times. And they're here in droves because everything's here. The watchers, the fallen ones, all the unclean spirits, they're here waiting for their big moment that's pretty short-lived. So find Jesus in your life if you haven't already, because he is the only way. He's the only way out of this. Thank you.